Knowing what you can spend your money on whilst you're in a debt management plan is crucial for the debt management plan's success. In this video, I'll be discussing the allowable expenses in a debt management plan and how you can draft an effective budget for yourself. When you're in a debt management plan, you're only allowed to spend money on essentials such as food, bills, and fuel. Any excess must go towards paying off your debt. Your essential expenses include everything you need for living, such as groceries, bills, fuel, etc., as well as any payments towards priority debts that are not included in your DMP, things like rent. Your surplus income is defined as the income that remains after you have made purchases for your monthly essential expenses. All of it needs to be paid towards your DMP. If your creditors feel that you're not paying the entirety of your surplus income towards your DMP, they might reject your plan. Therefore, you cannot spend any money on luxury purchases. To develop an effective budget for your essential living expenses, it's a good idea to develop a housekeeping budget. A housekeeping budget will determine the amount of income you'll spend each month on living essentials such as food, groceries, toiletries, cleaning products, etc. You can determine the average amount of money you spend on living essentials each month by looking at your bank statements for the last 6 to 12 months. It's important to note that DMP providers and financial services which you may use to manage your DMP have their own set of monthly expenditure guidelines. These guidelines include a list of the amount of money that they think is reasonable for a standard family to spend on living essentials. The amount of money varies depending on the number of family members that you have in your household. For a typical debt management company, the acceptable expenditure guidelines are as follows. For a single individual, it's £210 per month. For a couple, it's £335 per month. The budget for each child is £80 per month. And there's extra budget for food at work and/or for school meals of £35 per month. However, the amount of money you spend on essentials can obviously vary depending on your circumstances. You can justify why you need a higher budget for essential expenses if you have special dietary requirements or high electricity bills due to an appliance that you need to run your household properly. You can always try to have a higher budget for your essential expenditures as long as you can justify it to your creditors. Remember that if your costs within the payment offer for your DMP are lower than what you need, you might have trouble maintaining your household. On the other hand, if you set them higher than they are, then you're going to have trouble getting your creditors to accept your payment offer for your DMP. Entering into a DMP can be an effective way to manage your finances, but knowing what you can spend money on is crucial to its success. If you're unsure of what to do, it's always best to seek advice from a debt expert to find out all your options and see which is right for you. There are a number of other options available here in the UK. Some are free to use, others include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few multiple choice questions like the total amount of debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so that you can find out more and take steps towards improving your financial situation.